Hello and welcome to another stream, dear ladies and gentlemen. Oh, the chat. There we go. Right, we're continuing Trainz, and we're continuing on the Milton Islands. So, quickly notify that I am indeed live. There we go. Kind of a late today as well, slightly, and then I have time to drink. So, give me a second for that, please. Okay. So, let's get to it. Now, I've shown this route previously, twice, in fact. And yeah, and there obviously was some progress at that point, but a lot more has been done since. Now, I don't know what was the last thing I have shown on the stream, but yeah, there is now a road connecting the two towns on the map. So it's crossing at the station as well. And I've done a lot of detail work at, like, in the city, right? I have added in road markings, crosswalks, road signage here and there, right? I've added parked cars. I have added industry. Some of them I've also configured and named. So there's that. And all in all, I've been doing a little bit more of like the detail work around the starting island. I still need to get a sign for this. I might get something completely different here. I don't know yet. I'll see. But yeah. I have changed the road markings over here to make it also a road traffic ferry, not just a train traffic. So I've marked it more like a loading lanes and stuff like that. I have placed down the switch stands and named the switches as well. Done a little bit more detailed work with the trees and stuff. We've added some more details for the industries and vehicles and stuff like that. So yeah, this pipeline bridge is new as well. Oh, there's probably a lot more newer stuff, but I have no idea what is the last thing you guys saw. Obviously, one thing that you didn't see is the fact that I now have signals and speed limits around the place as well. So yeah, a nice little addition to this all. This is the longest section of the track that's got signals, so I've placed in basically block signals as well. And one thing that I want to do here is actually give them a name that I haven't yet. Gonna be SBC1. Gonna be SBC2. Why? Because is Southland to Beaver Cove signal 1 and Southland to Beaver Cove signal 2. There's also signals down here for the ferry here, which also now has a name of being the Forceful Ferry, along with some development being done on the island in the distance. I'll get to that later. Right? So here we have a little bit of a street running section in the forest in the middle of nowhere. And of course a distance signal for the entrance signal at the station. This is where the fun begins with all the markers and whatnot. So yeah, this is Beaver Cove. It's also received markings and details and stuff like that. I still need to place some vans and trucks into this place. But yeah, so far all good. Got road markings, got a truck refilling the fuel station here. And of course signals on the other entrance as well. I've got the tunnels sorted out as well so that there's no longer a light shining through from the top. And I've placed the distance signals for the station entry in front of the tunnels. It just worked out to be 1,000 feet away, so happy about that. Now for this coal mine, I have added some details as well. The junction is a bit more proper now. Is this track going down? Or is it just me? Oh, it is going down. Hold on. This is not good. Okay, there we go. It's better. So yeah, got the tipper for loading it. We've got the tool track essentially, and then some smaller details around the place with different infrastructure and building. This end, of course, extends up slightly and then just ends here. So that's that. Going out this way, we have this new island. Now, I don't think I've shown you guys this island, but this is finished now. I'm gonna check the chat to see if someone has joined by now. But yeah, this here was the first island that I've worked on and finished. Oh yeah, the ice cream company is now an ice cream company. It's got finishing touches here and there. I'm still not exactly happy with the final look of it, so I'm probably gonna add more details, like crates and stuff and whatnot, to the entire place, but for now, it's relatively okay. But yeah, this is the first island. This is the second island, was already finished. This is the third island that I'm working on now, and I'm gonna be working on this stream. And then the final fourth island is gonna be in that corner. So yeah, let me check the chat. Hello, Wasted Trees, and hello, Kanga. Welcome to the stream, guys. Glad to have you guys here. Spotted a new island in the sense. Yep. There's several. Town looks very good. That's a lot of work, alright. Yeah, I mean, it took me a day roughly to get it all done, but I'm happy with the outcome. It's a bit performance heavy here and there, so I'm still gonna go back to it and do some changes here and there to make it more performance friendly, but I'm happy with the general outcome. Some of those things will be tough to see around the forested crust. Yep, and that's intentional. But it's not really as hard as you would think so, actually. Right? Because somehow, when I was measuring this out, I've decided that, hey, I'm gonna have the main signals be no, the station entrance signals and exit signals, right, being very close to the junctions themselves. Like this place, for example, right? There's a little bit of space, yes. But, you have it here at the entrance and exit, right? It's pretty much, you can see it from this direction without issues, this signal, this exit signal. From this direction, you will have problems, but when I measured out at 1,000 feet, it came out to here. I'm like, yeah, that's good enough to have the distance signal for, especially with the low speed limits that this route will have. I mean, 20, 30 miles per hour, like, is the standard. 30 is the highest, right? And then you look where the signal is positioned, you move back, and you will see the distance signal from all the way here, right? And same here for the bridge, right in front of the tunnel. You're gonna round the turn, and this here is where you start seeing the signal, right? So you have a lot more distance to actually see the signals. Then I'm gonna get to that island as well, but I have more distance signals over here as well, right? So you have the mainline signal here, harder to see along the turn, right? The light's sometimes penetrating, but you have the distance signal here. When you look at it, this is just a massive straight piece of track, basically, right? You round the cliff here, and you can see the signal at the start of the bridge. Or this one here, right? It's down here, but this is, once again, a massive straight piece of track. And it's even wider because of the road, so you can see the signal all the way from down here. Very advanced warning visibility. Now in the other direction you have a signal as well. And I'm not sure where I've placed the distance signal for that one. If I even placed one. I don't think I did. I did not. I don't think so. So I'm gonna place one down here. And, you know, still gonna work out because it's a, you know, it's not that straight of a section, but, you know, you can still see it quite early. But yeah, you get the idea. So yeah, this branch is unsignaled, obviously. That's just considered as part of the station. I've also placed down the whistle board and stuff like that for the trains to obey. And now let's get to this island here. And you'll see the similar pattern with the signals as well, where it just works out. Because you will not even around this corner, you will start entering the bridge, and you will see the pre-signal over here. Where's the main signal? Down here, right? So it was like a thingy about this, like, do I place the pre-signal here, or do I place it here, right? At this point. Now I could place it here, junction 1000 feet, but, you know, actually in the fog it might be less visible if it's here, but the speed limit is relatively slow, because on the bridge you go 20 miles per hour, out of the bridge you go 30, so it's not really that big of a problem. So yeah, got a new logging camp branching off from the bridge over here. Got some details and the cranes and stuff like that to load the logs, and for some crew quarters over here. This old train car asset. Actually, it's kind of floating. Let's fix that slightly. It's better. But yeah, details and sheds and stuff like that. Little powerhouse, fuel oil and stuff like that. Right. Some industries. Going out this way is the siding, the meeting. Now the top speed limit is for going straight. The bottom speed limit is for turning off. And that is pretty much for this entire route. This applies for the entire network here. Top is going straight, bottom is turning off. So this here, right now you're going 30. Now you're going 15. 30, 15, right? Very simple. One thing that I should probably do as well, though, is for this signal, mark it this way. So it corresponds with the speed limits. So the top head would be straight and the bottom head is turning off. Because I placed the signals before I placed the speed limits. Right. So yeah. This here, once again, you know, top head going straight, bottom head turning off 30, 20. That works. Yeah, this here, 20 to the left, 15 to the right. There's a gravel place over here. Let's just pretend it's like taking stuff from the underground, essentially like a mine thingy. Going around the turn, I finally fixed this. I've added a little dirt embankment to basically make it like, hey, this been like recently repaired kind of thing. Yeah. There is another industry here, and this is a silver ore mine. Got a little dock as well. Get some sheds and whatnot. And of course the loading and the mine itself being here embedded in the mountain. So continuing on, we have another signal over here. I don't think I've placed a pre-signal for this one, or a distance signal. Oh no, I did, over here. Yeah, 1000 feet to the station. So you get a warning there. You're still going 20 miles an hour. And you know, there you have the main signal, right? Turning, and this is the last bit of signalized part of the network. The CTC ends here, essentially. For now, at least. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this last island, so for now, I'm just working it the way that the CTC ends in here. And begins here, essentially. So you get 3 signals for this place here. What I've also done is, I've not done it here on this station, but I've done it on the other stations in that I've used a extender for the signals. Yeah, there they are. You can see them under the ground. The reason why they're under the ground is because on the if I leave them like this, this asset has a visible part, right? And that is the yellow bits on the ties, and the yellow rail joint is visible. So it kind of looked ugly. So I've decided to just place the signal down like this, essentially. And because I haven't done it here, I might as well just do it here as well. But you get 2 signals here. Then you just go in Survey 2.0, select them both, and just lower them below the ground. Right? They're still attached to their respective tracks. Right? If you check. Right? It's still attached to that track, and this one is still attached to this track. Can't click on it. But yeah, they're still attached to where they are supposed to be attached to. Which is what I want. But yeah, this is the town of Pioneer. Got a water tank, a little bit of a village, some cars, and a dock as well. Right. And this is here is the old logging camp. Got some trucks, got some more cranes and storage and stuff like that. So yeah. Fun. I haven't done any texturing of the water yet. I'm gonna do that at the end. Just bulk replace the grid. Okay, and the last bit is going across the ferry onto this island, which is where I'm working right now. So let's read the chat a bit more. Will this route feature interurbanus of any kind, maybe even on the mainland? No. I don't think it will. I'm mostly just focusing on the islands themselves. And it's not really feasible to have interurbans on the islands. It doesn't make sense here. But I am playing with the idea of it just being small trains carrying stuff. As I've sent one of the earlier pictures, just using a little combine carriage. Or maybe I'll reskin an RDC to for the purposes here. But yeah. It's nothing spectacular when it comes to that. I don't really need an interurban on here. Nice diner. Oh yeah, this one. Yeah, I'm using some of the assets that Euromodeler has made. They're quite nice. In fact, this is Euromodeler. The gas station is Euromodeler. The sign is not. And these buildings over here are Euromodeler as well. So yeah, been using some of that stuff to build this all out. So you know, it's going nice. The red fuel truck is so Art Deco. Yes, yes it is. This one here, flying gasoline. They're very fitting to the era as well, so you know, why not use it? It's exciting. All those truck trailers at the ice cream factory arrive via train and depart by train, I guess. I mean, they can very easily just arrive and depart with the ferry as well. Because I've changed the configuration. It's no longer just a train ferry. It's also for vehicles. So yeah. It's a combined way in and out of the place. Jolly Mobster ice cream. Like the candy on the actual. Yeah. Nah, this is just sparkle ice cream. Is that station 1000 feet prototypical to any era or place? I'm not sure what era is prototypical to, but the asset itself is typed to D and RG railway, so most likely the narrow gauge railway in Colorado or wherever it was. And that's what I've been essentially using. Their wooden signs fit quite nicely to the theme of the route, so you know, might as well. No shades on this route, right? I haven't actually decided on that. I don't particularly have any place where to use them. Though theoretically they could be used here, but even then the gradients aren't that great, and you know I still have to decide what to do with these three industries in here. But yeah, theoretically they could be used somewhere on the route, but I don't see the need yet. Sorry. Um, I'll have to yet see what I'm gonna do with this island. Maybe here they could be more useful, but I don't know. It will really just depend on what I end up making. And I have been thinking about it, right? I have been thinking about using the shades on this route, but as I'm saying, there's no need for them yet, so there's that. And I don't have a plan of what I will be making, and I don't want to have a plan. I just want to go kind of off of my creativity and imagination. So yeah. Only the rolling stock you've shown. So far, yeah. If I find something else that catches my eye, I will add it to the stock, but for now, that is the only stuff that I am wanting. Oh, yeah, yeah, that's fair. Oh my god, I made it! Hello, Mickey, welcome. Oh my god, like, hey! Oh, hello, VGR, welcome. As well, I'm killing time right now because I'm waiting to game with a friend. I see. Yeah, welcome to the stream, guys. Okay. I need to be slightly less talkative because I feel a little bit of illness coming on me. Sore throat and stuffed nose and shit like that. So that's just fancy, isn't it? So I don't exactly want to talk a lot. And I need to drink a lot more. I've got myself a 2-liter bottle of water. before the stream, and I've already downed half a liter from it. I've been streaming for 25 minutes. So yeah, gotta be more on the efficiency side when it comes to my voice and stuff like that. Anyways, I have no idea what I'm going to do with these industries yet. I will have to consult the spreadsheet that I made, the flowchart of the industries. And the last thing I was working on yesterday was this mine over here that I don't know what's going to be making yet. So I'm just going to finish off this area. And then I'm going to get down to the foliage on this island. One thing I'm still debating over is whether to make this route seasonal as well. Something that I'm very unsure about right now. Because it would mean a lot more work. Especially with the textures having to replace those. I might go through it, but I'm still in the deciding phase, so I'm not guaranteeing anything on that front. But the good thing is I would not have to replace the trees because they are already seasonal. Is the modified trees that we have made for Central Europe Mini. So they are all already seasonal, right? The problem is they're about the only thing that's seasonal on the route. The roads are not seasonal. The asphalt texture itself is though, right? So there's that. The grass is not seasonal, the gravel is not seasonal, the ballast is not seasonal, the tracks are not seasonal, the buildings are not seasonal. So really that would be a lot more work to get this all to be seasonal. So that's why I'm kind of skeptical on making it seasonal. And then, the city will just blind you as well with all the snow in the city. So yeah, not exactly keen on the seasonality aspect yet for this route. But it would look cool. So that's kind of a very major positive on the ideology of wanting to add seasonality. Yeah. Still cooking the session on the head anchor maybe. Nice. Currently looking for 70s looking assets. And that gold. Hope it passes soon. Yeah, I hope so as well. Primarily, so I guess I need to populate the route. Yeah. No, you were looking for steel coil cars, and I know there are some, but I can't remember their name. But I know they exist. It's very it's one of these types of cars, but they're unable to actually like transport the cargo. They just have it visible on them. But yeah, I don't know what they are called. And they're very old assets as well. What, a class 90? But yeah, there's a lot of stuff. So I wish I could help you out, but yeah. Anyways, let's get down to the foliage level now. So I do this in 2 steps. Firstly, I paint the ground. So that way I basically figure out for myself where I want the trees to be, how I imagine the route looking. You know, keeping a gap between the forest and the tracks and the roads and stuff like that. So being very careful with that. Fill out the middle. Yeah, and this is pretty much good. 10 meters. I'm gonna go down to 5 meters here. Paint that little stretch there. And now play around with that a little bit. Plop and plop. This here I can bring a bit closer. That will work. And over here like that. Okay, good. Now, obviously, some places could use cliffs. This here, for example, could be a really good cliff. So I'm gonna keep that in mind. And then later on come in and make it a cliff. Gotta be careful about track and navigating around it. There we go. Nice. It's filled up. That's filled up very nicely. Yeah. Now let's fill in this gap. And now let's go to 5-meter radius and play around in filling up the tiny narrow spaces like this here, for example. This is relatively good. I like that. Okay. And now let's get this coast. Down to 5-meter grid, and let's plop some trees down here as well. I think that could look cool there as well, kind of to block the view, make it a bit better. All right. Let's paint out from here a little triangle. Make it easy to come in later. With the bigger brush. This here. Yeah, like that. Okay. Now let's get a bigger brush and see. That worked out pretty well. That and that, boom. Nicely done. That worked out here. Okay. Oh my god, pretty road. Which one? I got some 37s of the deals, but I seem to have seen dependencies that are non-deals. It's not Schnabelwagen, is it? No, wouldn't be. Okay. No, the session will not be uploaded until I get permission from the LD125 model creator. Uploaded to DLS. When I miss, I was doing very important things. Totally. I don't think you miss anything important, at least. It's just a nice little relaxing stream of me building or painting a route. Kind of feel like a Bob Ross of Trainz right now. Give it a little touch here. We'll make a happy little tree. Right, I have no idea still what I wanted this location. I'm just gonna do this, but I might do a bit more pulpwood stuff. It would make sense, because I don't exactly have a lot of it on the route and I would like to utilize it a bit more. If you think about it, everything is sort of like divided in like where it comes from or where it goes on the island. So it should be relatively easy to learn what needs to go where. Also, the beta for Svedarin ends today. I have a new version ready. So as soon as the beta ends automatically, I'm going to upload a new beta and release that for people to check out. Hopefully this time around everything will work as intended, but it's Trainz, so you never know. Yeah, this is looking good. Let's get this side. Now, obviously, one another thing that I'll have to keep track of and keep in mind of is the surrounding terrain, the surrounding areas, right? What to do with the mainland and stuff like that. I have some ideas, but I'm gonna keep them to myself yet because I don't have them fully refined and I have no idea if it would be fitting. So I'm just holding on to them. Gonna finish off this island and the next island, and then I'll see what to do with the mainland. Now, generally, the mainland is not going to be something you're actually supposed to drive on, and I don't think I will make it drivable. I'll just make the little connection point with where the ferry is drivable for the player, and then the rest is just going to be always restricted access. So yeah. You missed all the good parts, sorry. Happy little trains. Eagle Rose 2025. Exactly. Eagle Rose, there are no such things as bugged driver comments in sessions, just happy little I'm so glad Bob Ross is still a thing. My god, I love Bob Ross. He was such a classic. Yep, he was. The world needs more people like Bob Ross. People like us. Top secret ideas, yes. Us Trainz users are def like Bob Ross. Only SP updates Scorpio game for happy little accidents. Yeah. Okay. I'm getting a little bit of an idea of what I want here. So I'm not gonna paint this completely over, I'm just gonna do it this way. I'm gonna leave a little space for that idea later on. One of the things I'm thinking of doing is actually replacing the embankment spline that I have here for a different one. Because this is very bright and I don't exactly like it, nor the reflections on it. So I'll most likely replace it for a spline that I've been using on other routes. But I'll see at how that one fits here. But I definitely need something darker. I might just use the same brown soil spline that I've used on the other location where I had to add this little like spline support for the tracks on the other island. But yeah, for now I'm just gonna keep this and get to that spline later. I'm gonna get the forest done on these islands today. So yeah. Honestly, with the pace that I've been going on with this route and the passion that I've had for this, I can see myself finishing this by the end of the month. Because really, on average, I spend maybe like a week on an island. Not even that, like 5 days. Like this island, for example, yesterday did not even have the terrain and the tracks, right? So this is the second island. Sorry, this is the second day of me working on this island. It's got tracks, it's got terrain, it's got industries now, and I am right now, yeah, making textures. I'm gonna add the trees, and that's gonna be another like major step towards completion. Is that all? Yes. Okay. It's a bit hard to see sometimes where exactly the brush is and what's actually gonna be spawned and where. So I am gonna be doing in these smaller steps. And later on I will obviously move the trees and stuff like that out of the way. Can do that over there. Do this over here. This over there. Yeah. Down to 5 meters. Let's go down this way. Run through this place here. This. Hmm. I wonder, do I put breakmans on 70s British train consists? No, you don't. I remember watching Bob Ross live streams years ago. Didn't know they were reruns at the time, and I also didn't know of his death. When I found out, I unfollowed as chat interaction between me and him was literally impossible. Hmm, but oh well. Didn't see the point in following a rerun channel. Yeah, understandable. But hey, at least you can still find his stuff. So I'm not gonna be doing any signals on this island because it's disconnected from the rest of the mainline network, so you cannot actually have a centralized location to control the network out of. Well, I could pretend to have another central place where to control the signals and trains from. Wouldn't be realistic. Because as much fictional as I want the island to be and stuff like that about this route, I still like to keep to some realistic aspects here and there. I'm sure there's already someone out there who has programmed their AI companion to be Bob Ross. Not a problem of his, by the way, just a guess. Suppose. Yeah. See you in a bit, Kango. There's gonna be a lot of moving of the vegetation here, and honestly, I might just get to it now because it's gonna be better. It's gonna be relatively faster as well. The way I'm doing this is just by eye. If I think it looks too close to comfort, I just move the trees out of the way. I obviously, this is not good over here. Ah. Ah. I need to drink again. As I'm not talking a lot, I hope you guys have some kind of background music to listen to. Well, I'm just while I'm quiet and focusing on building stuff and saving my throat and stuff like that. I have boring background music of typing boring emails. I'm listening to feel good. Nice. Love gorillas. Okay, and now the most annoying part, the tiny trees. These little suckers have a tendency of plopping down wherever the fuck they want, even outside the brush sometimes. So I have to be really careful on how I do with them. I mean, obviously I'll be moving them around anyways. But because they're so small, that's the reason why they're annoying. They're just so tiny. I haven't even placed any bushes on the route yet. It's just been trees. I have to take the cat to the vet tomorrow for a checkup. That's gonna be fun. Trying to get it into the car without ending up completely destroyed and shredded like a piece of paper. More specifically, my arms. I'm gonna have to wrap the cat into a burrito. Just take a towel and wrap the cat to stick it to the into the car. And into the transport box itself. If you guys don't hear from me tomorrow, it means that my arms have been completely shredded and I've bled out. Oh, yeah, trees there. Um, hmm. I'll get to that. Let's do this island first. Proved. That's gonna be so much fun. Also, you're gonna get your 100 cats in your car. Cat clown car. Burrito means little donkey, right? So it's a I don't know what burrito means. I was more referring to the way burrito is usually wrapped. I'm gonna do that to the cat, just so that I have a chance at victory. Okay, now for the big island here. Sorry, for the small island. So first things first, I'm gonna do the big trees. I'm gonna paint this entire area with the trees, and I'm just gonna move them out of the way. No. Do not move the bridge. Delete the excessive assets, the excessive trees, and just focus on making this look nice. I gotta be careful. Man, I hate Trainz. I wanted to have a train come out of portal, but no, Trainz wants me to resave the route. Oh, yeah, it's annoying. When I take my cat, all she does is cry. I talk to her the whole ride, and she's fine after that. Well, during the ride, but then we get to the vet, and I gotta hold her when we get to the vet thingy. I have to hold her and comfort her. Yeah, it's understandable. So, on the forums, there was a thread about which is better portals, just having a hidden yard that trains go to, or having a disconnected baseboard that trains can jump to using a special command. The second two options, the trains and their drivers, are all saved for reuse. I'm skeptical of this. I don't like the third option of having the train jump to a disconnected baseboard, because that is something that can very easily break and become obsolete in the future. So I personally don't think that is a viable long-term solution, and I definitely wouldn't base my routes around that system. The first option with the portals, they are finicky, right? The portals are fucky wacky dumb fucks who try to break you half of the time that you are playing with them. And sometimes when, trains spawn at the portals, that they just derail. There's been it's like an on-off bug. It seems to be reintroduced every other iteration of the game, at least. Like that's what it feels like. From Trainz, a new era, this bug has been on and off every few times, from what I know. So that discouraged me from using portals very close to this. Right? I just don't really see them as a viable solution now either. And the second option of having a yard, connected yard, a fiddle yard at the end of the route, for me personally, I feel like is the best available option. And there's this one route, one very, very old route, that has done something good, and I've been kind of replicating it ever since. And there is, what it done, it was the Warwick to Wallangara route, the Australian route, and what it did was that it had a loop at the end of the main line and portals in the middle. If you wanted to use the portals, you could. If you wanted to just loop the train around, you could. And a very good thing that this dead end loop made was that there were multiple industries placed on them. Right? There were 3 loop tracks, and they had a multiple industry on every one of them. So you can send a train to the loop, load at the multiple industry instead of using the full load command and stuff. So, you have that option as well. And then just tell it to come back. And I think that is a really good way to do a dead end loop. If you combine it with a fiddle yard in a way that you have an arrival track and a departure track, right? Or an arrival yard and a departure yard, like you would have in a hump yard, for example. Your trains arrive to the arrival yard, they wait there until the tracks ahead are clear, and then they go to the multiple industries. Load, unload, do stuff, Coal, intermodal, some other aggregates, maybe some boxcar stuff, All these different cargoes can be loaded and unloaded depending on, where you send the train. You can customize what you want the multiple entries to do, and you can tell the train, hey, so if you have a train that can carry containers, but also truck trailers, right? Semi-trailers. Send it to the intermodal to load containers, or send it to the other intermodal and tell it to load trailers. You can divide it up and you have better control on what you want the train to load. You don't need to separate, or you don't need to configure these particular train cars to take this particular cargo. You can just, tell them to go to this place, load from there. Go to this place, load from there, right? So that is, in my opinion, the best possible solution you can have to this. I was a bit intrigued by the jumping gun because I am trying to make sure I always have the exact same drivers and locals on my route, even when they temporarily leave. The same ones come back. By same drivers and locals, I mean the same names And has those drivers and the same running numbers of locals. Yeah. Hey again, have returned. Welcome back and go. About the burrito meeting. That command is apparently called instant move train. So you send the train to a track mark, then the rule is when a train hits the track mark, it goes to another track mark, like on a floating empty baseboard purgatory. Yeah, fair enough. What I wanna do is simple. Have a 101 drive in front of you as you go towards the iron mine, and then follow you back as you go towards the steelworks. It's the only active train around as I do not want to do what Kango did and have a train automatically switch the points and cause the session to fail. Hmm. The passenger train that you put on the session call and call switch I was going towards in the final half of the session when I was taking the calls, and it caused me to fail the session as I could not stop in time. Interesting. I'm guessing the junction wasn't unlocked already for you. Hmm. I'm scared of portals for that reason, so I sent trains to the portal to die, but then I have to manually put the new trains on my route. No problem since I'm not creating sessions for others. I didn't make the session, only made the 8th session with the inspector. Ah. But the main issue is that I want to make sure the driver is still on the list and no new drivers are added. Yeah. Sure has made all our sessions, yeah. It's probably because I took too long to shunt the brake one. Hello, Dostachko. Welcome. Since I cannot do the 101 coming out of the portal, I'ma have a leave when the LD 125 player loco hits the trigger. I placed a signal on the depot. Fair enough, I suppose. Okay. Let's finish off the triad over here. Jesus, I'm dying. Okay, let's move the final trees into position. Clear the tracks. Okay, that does this. Now I'm gonna replace this spline here. I'm gonna save. And let's see if I have the replacement spline that I was thinking of is gonna be good enough. I hope it will. Yeah. This one is a bit wider as well. So I need to be careful about displacement. I'm not sure if I should have the 101 run to Poplar Row and the quarry. I mean, it's not impossible to make, you just need to spend time making it. If you give it enough time and enough attempts, you will make what you want to make. That's what I like about Trainz. You can do a lot in it. You just need to figure out how. When you do, and you make it work, then it feels really good. And you'll be proud of the work that you have done. It is a much better spline to use. I just need to cover this track as well. And here it needs to run all the way down past the bridge. There we go, roughly there. I'll start on the top. No, up. Okay. This doesn't work, so I'm just gonna do it this way then. Some locations are easier to manage than others. And then I need to see the shadows to be able to determine whether it's good or bad. Okay. That's good. So nice. Okay. You know what? Let's have some fun. What actually? Since we are in Canada, might as well keep using the Canadian Pacific RDC. But I'll see it. Yeah, it's not wrong on that one. Actually, one thing I'm going to check is download station RDC. I don't think there is a better one. BNO, Rock Island. I mean, there are combined RDCs, which are quite interesting. Might hop onto that one. There's a New Haven RDCs as well. CNJ, NYC, PRSL. CP as well. Know what? I'm gonna get them all as well. Before I depart, I'm gonna wait for them to download, and then I'm gonna check them out, which one's better. No PBRDCs. I mean, there is one, but it's a DLC. So, that kind of falls apart there. Maybe Doodlebug. You're not wrong, but let me check. I don't know if we have one. Oh, we do, but it's built 2.9 and looks absolutely horrible. That's a no-go. I'm sorry. If that PBR RDC was on the DLS, that would be better. But it's not. So, can't use it. Way to fucking lock modern trains from being used in sessions and stuff. Australian nation. Jesus, that looks terrible. BNO, Baltimore and Ohio. There's the combine one. That one looks bad. Some Creek. CNJ. Jersey Central Lines. Oh god. CNR. Canadian National. CNR. Okay. Old. CPR. Okay. CPI via rail. Hey, this one is recognizable. This one's from Trainz 2006. Then I've got these ones, New Haven. New York Central. Pennsylvania Reading Seashore Lines, okay. Rock Island RDCs. Then I have an undecorated, which is actually New Haven, and then Virgin Pacific Railway charters and dinner train. Okay. I'm either gonna stick to the Canadian Pacific or make my own skin of this one. Oh yeah, that's right. Crossings. Not crossings, sorry, junctions. Let me set them all. Let's take a nice little ride. See, I'll need to check some as well, but yeah, thanks for the suggestions. I'll definitely get through them. I feel really well. Dark green ones with yellow hood. Alright, curious into MVR. That would work. I mean, since this is basically on the edge of operation area of MVR in Canada, I guess, you know, that could work. Rescanning one into MVR livery. Oh, the CP, CPR, and CMLs, I remember those well. Yep. Oh, that's right, the RDC had a whistle, not horn. I mean, it's a horn, not a whistle, so... I don't know in real life, but this one has a horn. Also interior. Yeah, it does have a cab. And several positions in it. Might reduce the speed limit slightly in that corner. No, this is lovely. I would recommend the M300 car too, but that doesn't exist. No. Feels good to know about it through train fever. Yep, pretty much. There's also some of those trees are floating. I mean, obviously they are floating because, well, it's a hilly terrain. If there's one thing that I hate about the trees is that, you know, their origin point is essentially directly at the ground and leaves absolutely nothing below the ground. So all of the trees are obviously going to be floating on slopes, which is very annoying. But it's something I can, you know, make work. I can fix that easily. It's not a problem. Alright, so it's a horn. I got you. Yeah, I so wish they would extend like a meter down, but oh well. Yeah. Even more than a meter would be good, honestly. this thing I feel like is way too long for the route. It's way too big. It's multi capability, yeah. It would be a major pain, but somebody could create a blank object with an attachment point so the trees are located 1 meter below ground. Yeah, I guess. Okay, maybe major pain is an exaggeration, but I don't feel like doing it right now. Yeah, me neither. It's a much larger issue for HD terrain, which is moving up and down near the tracks as you pass by. Yeah, it's so annoying on HD terrain. I'm gonna switch the junctions back to the original position, so I don't forget about it. This is what I meant. Oh, let's see. No. That... no, that thing wouldn't fit. That's too old. And it's too out of place. Not sure if you've seen these assets before. You haven't once? There's even an undecked one for reskins. Yeah, no, I've seen them before. It's not fitting. The bell. Oh, bell. Yeah. There you can see the distant signal, the pre-signal, which is green, all the way from here. place down invisible signals in some of the locations so that I can get the whole things to show more aspects when exiting the signalized area, essentially. But yeah, that was a nice little ride. So far ending here. This island does not have a passenger station. This is only freight. So yeah. But it's already looking quite nice. Just gotta figure out the remaining industries on it, and this island is finished. Well, not yet. I'll need to place down the rail signs as well. There's still some work to be done. But it's not that much. I don't exactly have... Like, look at this one. This one is shorter RDC than the other ones, right? But this one is mail only. Right, this is a post office essentially. If the RDC was that long, or sorry, that short, I could go for it better than the ones I have now. But yeah. I do have this thing, obviously. But it's not really fitting, and it doesn't look that good. Well, neither do the RDCs, but... You know. That's why I have the sleeper... So, not the sleeper, sorry, the steamer with the one passenger car in there. Because that's the best thing I have available. Yeah. I have this little thing. But yeah. I don't have anything tiny that could work. As for the RDCs, there isn't a better one available, so... It's one with a wider hood. Yeah, but it still looks like it's something from the 1920s or 10s. But I don't want that style of train here, honestly. It reminds me of this thing, essentially. This thing is Russian. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. American intermodal. There's a lot of stuff that I will need to go through to find something that could work. But yeah. I don't even know where to start properly. Which company or what to search for. So yeah. Not something I can do about right now. I'm not going to risk in the Russian railcar into the MVR livery. There's a lot more work that would need to be done than just regauging it. Plus, I don't think it's fitting either. Like, it looks very obviously something outside of America. I'm gonna be very picky about this, but hey, I'll figure out something eventually. But yeah, that's gonna be in the future. There's so much stuff. Interesting. I'm just finding stuff that I didn't even know I had, honestly, at this point. Hmm. But yeah, I really want it to be something small, so yeah. I'll have to go through it all sometime in the future and see um see what I can find, what I can use, and stuff like that. Everything can go a long way though. It can. But yeah. What's the command to place a visible way marker down in a session? It's called a navigation display. We can have a look. Would be so great if there was an EMD F7C unit passenger. What? No. Alas, that shall remain in the world of fiction. Thanks. The navigation display. That's it. Yeah. Anyways, I thinking I'm gonna end it here for today. I'm gonna have to take a closer look at all the stuff that I have, find something that fits, and yeah, see what I can find or utilize and whatever. So I mean, the RDC is nice, but I still wanna find something more fitting. So I'm gonna keep looking. So either way, thank you everyone for joining me, for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. Have a wonderful day, morning, evening, night. Whatever, whenever, wherever you are. And I guess I hope to see you guys next time. Need to put one on for the seal triggers already. It was fun. Route looks great. Thanks. Good luck with Kitty. Yep, tomorrow. Wow, Eagle's still streaming. At the end stream. Yep. Bye bye everyone. Yep. Is the cat animal? I missed that. No, the cat is has a little thing as well going on. So yeah, we've been to the vet today. It got some antibiotics, and I'm going for a checkup tomorrow again to see, to see the progress essentially. So some of the stuff that it's been given is basically like immediate progress. So tomorrow shall tell. But yeah, I hope we record soon. Yep. Best wishes to you and your cat. Question: Chunky cat? No, he's not chunky. He's quite fit. Anyways, see ya, guys. Bye bye.